Davy Jones from the Monkees. The crisis of men just seems like there's not enough good enough men for women to settle for after the party. You are correct. Hearing women 30 plus, they seem to see more men, but still only have interest in the top. Sorry, I'm trying to read around the camera. Interest in the top, even if they're in the middle. Yes. Okay. So what you're describing, thank you for your, thank you for your $20 super chat, which deserves an answer. It's what I say when I'm talking to like some of the girls who work for like Rich Dad, like Poor Dad, Rich Dad's Kiyosaki's company, right? I've talked to women who are in that organization and they all have the same question. Rollo, where am I going to find a guy? How come I can't find a good dude? And the problem is they've become the men that they want to marry. They don't need a man. They want a man. It was exactly what I was trying to describe. And now I can finally talk about this. I was going to describe to Dr. Phil when I was on the Dr. Phil show last year. And we actually shot it before that. But I was trying to explain to these guys, to the people and the audience there, and they just simply they're just like bewildered by what I was saying. And you've heard me say this. You've heard this on Fresh and Fit. You've heard it on whatever. You probably heard Pearl say this. You probably heard Andrew Tate say this. Whoever else say this is that average women don't want average men. Men have become what? Superfluous. Surprised I have to actually give that definition to like the dictionary definition to a guy like Dr. Phil. But that's what I had to do. And the reason why I say that men are superfluous is not because I actually think that they are. It's because that's the attitude that we have in a gynocentric social order that makes men disposable or doesn't really care about anything that has to do with men. We only care about the female in a gynocentric social order. That's why I made the point of, before I started calling it gynocentrism, I called it the feminine imperative. Like whatever suits the experience, the life experience of the feminine, of females, of women is the operative. It's the primary. It's the prime directive. It's female primacy is what it is. Gynocentrism sounds a whole lot better. It rolls off the tongue quicker. But the idea is this, is that the female experience should be define the universal experience. And as a result of that, women don't need men anymore. They want men, which is making men superfluous. They're nice to have around, but we don't really need them. Okay, well, what men do they want? Well, they want guys that look like, what's his name? Alan Richman from Reacher. They want Reacher. Now they do anyways. They want Jason Momoa. They want Justin Waller. They want the top, because those are anything else, anything less than the best is settling. And they don't have to settle. And even if they do have to settle, and even if like we say, oh, these women are delusional, let's go to the female delusion calculator and see just how rare an animal Rollo Tomassi is, or Mike Sartain is, or Justin Waller is, or Adam Sosnick is. I've done it with him too. And then we find out just, what percentage of the population I am, or Adam Sosnick is, or Mike is, or whatever, right? And we're pretty rare fucking animals. But even average women, let's say, he won't do. He's not enough. He's not. I'm not 6 foot tall. Sorry, I'm only 5'11". I'm fucked. I'm screwed. I'm only 5'11". Right? I'm not 6'2" like Justin Waller. But you know what? Justin Waller's not as tall as George Gammon. George Gammon's got like 6'4", 6'5". Oh, he's screwed. No, it's only I got to get with an NBA player who's 7 foot tall, right? But it's this idea, it's this pervasive idea that women deserve the best of the best, and they don't need men. They want men, and the type of men they want is the upper echelon of men, the elite level men. And as a result, they screw themselves because they wait and wait and wait and wait, because there's a gynocentric social order and a female society that tells them that they should never settle for anything other than the best of the best of the best. Ergo, average women don't want to get with average men. Simple as that. And that's ends up screwing women in the end. You want to know why we keep harping on this and people keep getting this wrong? So I'm going to get it right for you one more time. I've even heard Jordan fucking Peterson say this. Oh, 30, 80, 50, 60, 70% of men or women are going to be single and childless by the time they're 44 in 2030. That's not what the Morgan Stanley research says, but everybody, like, it's like playing the fucking telephone game with these people. No, it says in the Morgan Stanley research of 2018, by the way, which is called Rise of the She Economy, that 42 to 45%, I think maybe it's gone up just a touch now, 42 to 45% of prime working age women, which means between the ages of like 22 and 44, I think, or 25 and 44, will be single. It doesn't say childless. It just says single. It doesn't say, oh, they're going to be destitute and looking for child care. And no, it doesn't say anything like that. It just says single. They're going to be working. That's why Morgan Stanley cared about it, because that's going to help with their prognostications, right? It's going to help their forecasts so that businesses will know who to cater to and what demographics to go after, and, you know, invest in Chewy and cryogenic freezing of ovums, right? Whatever, you know, how to invest for the next, 6-7 years, right? That's essentially what the forecast was from Morgan Stanley. Says nothing whatsoever about childlessness, although they probably will be. I mean, you could sort of make that correlation, I suppose, but it doesn't say anything about that. In fact, I can go read it for you right now. Hell, just go look it up. Morgan Stanley, Rise of the She Economy. It's from 2018. Not hard to find. Been quoting it since the Pat Campbell days. Get it right. Tell them the whole truth or don't tell it at all.